Each person is unique and beautiful, but sometimes some physical characteristics may appear to be praised more than others. Yes, as a collective, society may have the tendency to value some people because of how they look. It can be because of their skin color or their cultural background, for example. But this does not mean that you do not have your own beauty. And this does not mean that you are not valuable. People have their preferences, and that's okay. You, yourself, have your own preferences. We all do. And this is a normal thing to do as human. The struggle is when you try to fight or convince people that you are good enough, that you can be beautiful. Maybe you are trying to look more like the standard. Or maybe you may be trying to remind everyone constantly that you are a victim of the system. Look, in the end, you have the right to choose your fight. But let me be clear with you. If you just decide to be yourself, to own who you are, to love yourself and to accept yourself as you are, life will be so much easier for you. I am telling you. People do not realize this, but people's opinion of you will not change with you constantly fighting them and reminding them that they are the evil ones. But when you work on yourself for you, just to be a better version of yourself without seeking external validation, this is where you can really have a positive impact on people. Because if you already have self-confidence and you love yourself, people will have no other options but to take you as you are showing up. So remember that people will always mirror to you how you are showing up. But let's stop talking about people. Let's talk about you now. How can you own who you are? How can you have confidence showing up as you are? How can you fall in love with who you are? Okay, prepare yourself to take some notes because we are going to give you step by step the things you can do to own and accept who you are. Also, always remember that it is always better to work with what you already have to make progress or to be a better version of you than to work against everything that you naturally already have. With that in mind, let's get into it. The first thing you can do to own who you are is to let go of negative self-talk. Start to notice how you really think or speak about yourself. Listen to your inner monologue to identify all the limiting beliefs that you have about yourself. Start to question everything. For example, if you secretly think that your natural hair is not good enough or is ugly, ask yourself where or how did you learn this? And is this true? Because what you think you learned somewhere. And you can have this simple routine. When you want to talk bad about your own natural hair, you could tell yourself something like, "No, I do not want to hate my hair, but I want to learn how to love my natural hair." You can start there and see how you feel when you change the negative talk about your hair little by little. Or you can say, "I have not learned how to love my natural hair properly. This is why I think the way I think. But from now on, I will try my best to learn how to be grateful for my natural hair." And if you repeat this to yourself constantly, you will see how the way you think about your natural hair and the way you talk about your hair will start to change for the better. Second thing you can do is to decide who you want to be. There are people that are happily living their lives and they are also making other people feel good around them. But there are people who are resentful. and they are constantly blaming others for their problems because they are afraid to fight for themselves, or they are hiding themselves because they think that people will judge them if they show up as they are. Do you want to be happy or resentful? Decide for yourself. But remember, if you want to be happy, first you have to be at peace and accept who you are. For example, I like to encourage people to be happy with or without their natural hair, but especially with their natural hair. Because let us be real, if you only feel comfortable when you are hiding your natural hair in one way or another, if you only feel happy when you are hiding your natural hair, and you can't stand wearing your natural hair, your own natural hair, I don't know. I don't know how deep is really the happiness. I don't know how deep is really the happiness you are feeling. I don't know. Think about that. The next thing you can do is to stop living in the past. Okay, slavery, racism, discrimination, colorism, texturism existed in the past and also today. But remember, even if yes, the past will shape the future, also remember that the past does not equal the future. These things do not have to define who you are, and they do not have to make you be a bitter person. You do not have to spend your life fighting against them. Remember that the way you treat yourself and the way you show up can have a bigger impact. Everyone makes mistakes. Learn to let go of blame. Learn to let go of the victim mentality. Learn to let go of the hate. Decide to start on your healing journey and decide to learn how to forgive more. And remember that your past is gone, but your future can be as peaceful and beautiful as you want it to be. Okay, now the next thing you can do is to stop caring about what others think. The fear you have of what other people may be thinking is holding you back. Remember that what people may be thinking of you is actually a reflection of them, not you. For example, let's say you have to go to an important event, but you're not even thinking about showing up with your natural hair because you are afraid of what people will say or think, or you are afraid that showing up with your natural hair will make them not appreciate you as much. So you decide to wear something else and just hide your own hair. In this case, people's opinions are weighing heavily on your neck and you are trapped. Ask yourself, am I doing this because it is my true desire to hide my own hair, or is it because of people's opinion? You can't control other people's opinion. All you can do is learn how to be yourself and how to be happy with that. So yeah, you can start to work on these 4 points and stay tuned because there will be another part for this topic on how to own who you are. Let me know what you think in the comments and I will see you in the next one. Oh yes, always remember that your hair is beautiful and stay positive about it. Bye ladies.